So, we're going to be running heist again today. On a side note, I did find a nice settle item, and that is this sword here. Uh, last Sunday, we spent 100 Vivid Vultures, so about 350 Divines, trying to get this fire damage to attacks mod on this one. Um, Didn't get it yet. We're still going to gamble for it. However, I've been keeping an eye out for, kind of alternative swords. And I managed to pick this bad boy up for 20 divines. It has the mod on it. And, with the second implicit there. So I think what we're going to do is probably try and roll that second implicit into something useful. And then possibly go with this sword. We're still going to gamble on this one. We're still going to go for, the Giga sword. But it's looking like the settle's going to be better. It's, 0.05 less attacks per second. So we are sacrificing a bit of that. But in return, we're getting an actual usable weapon. So that's the backup for the sword anyway. So that's a good thing. So we're going to be messing around with that actually tomorrow, because it is Canadian Thanksgiving coming up, so it's a long weekend, so I won't be here. Won't be here on Friday and possibly Monday. I don't know. I'm not sure. Depends on when we get home. We always go traveling for Thanksgiving. So yeah, gambling day is in fact tomorrow, not on Friday. And we will be doing some Vivid Vultures on that sword. Both those swords, actually. There's also something that I wanted to mention too, just about the heisting, just in the state of how things are at this point in the league. If you're going to buy rogue markers, do not spend divine orbs like at Faustus. You will get hugely ripped off. Just do chaos orbs, and you'll be fine. You can get like, it is like 65,000 orbs for fairly cheap. Sorry, I'm just a little distracted looking at the map here. Yeah, you can either spend a divine orb to get 65,000 rogue markers, or you can spend like 40 chaos. So definitely spend the 40 chaos at Faustus. Okay, so on our first room, starting off strong with a Divine Orb. We got some Horizons, GCPs, a Graceful Sword, and a Legion Scarab. So we are definitely going for that Divine Orb. Very strong start. Chest, okay. Very nice. I did take the time, just yesterday evening, I ran a bunch of deception contracts, and that's actually why I know about those rogue markers right now, because I ran out of rogue markers doing a bunch of wing reveals. So I have a whole bunch more heist contracts to run. Definitely not going to run out of heist contracts anytime soon. Just because I am doing, revealing all the wings on it. So at least 3 wings per contract, right? So I actually ended up running out of reveals. And then, yeah, I also ran out of the, ran out of reveals, ran out of rogue markers. Not a big deal for the rogue markers, turns out. And the reveals, obviously, you just have to run the deception contract, so that's just putting some time in, right? But also, I think I briefly mentioned on it yesterday, but you definitely get good experience running these contracts. Something I also noticed that is worth mentioning is whilst I was doing the deception contracts, I noticed I was getting a lot more Regal Orbs and Chaos Orbs out of these little chests. But maybe that's just coincidence? Or maybe the... Huh, now that I say that, these chests are putting all kinds of orbs out. Maybe it's just coincidence, or maybe the chests are just a little bit better in the regular contracts. I'm not sure. Something to think about. Look at that, Tailoring Orb on the second wing. Starting out very strong. Very nice. And of course, while we're running these out-of-map strategies, it's always good to have your Atlas runners going, have your shippers going. I'd say Atlas runners more, are a little more important than shippers, but shippers are good. You keep them just plugging away. You just get a steady stream of income from them. That's where I've got the majority of my Valdos boxes and, some different gambling things, different currencies. I find the map runners are really, really good for jewelry. So, they tend to pick up really, really, really good rings. Let's just give this guy a message here. 1 min plus. I also find, as far as getting experience on your characters, running these bunkers, so the regular bunkers and the Grand Heist bunkers, the mobs in here seem to give you a lot more experience. They're a lot harder, but definitely give you very good experience in these things. Okay, we have an Infernal Blade, Advancing Fortress, a Courier Ward, an Ambu's Charge, and a Malachi's Artifice. Okay, can't win them all. I will take 2 out of 3 good rewards for Grand Heist any day. Alright, what are we gonna do? I think we're just gonna open some chests on the way out. Right, that was actually very fast. Grand Heist. Let's put this guy. Let's see. Is he gonna take it? Nope. That's actually a fantastic pull out of these. Very nice. Maybe these bunker contracts might just be better than the other ones I was running. We were gonna go redo our shippers. Sometimes I have gotten power runes from these small shipments, by the way. But it's nice. I think Snoopay. Oh, these have gone back down. No, it wasn't those. It was the other map ones. There still are content creators out there just making and refining their farming strategies. And I know one of the cartography scarabs went up like 500% in the last day or something like that. So, yeah, 550, this is what I've been doing. 550. And if you go to this port, it gives you div cards. This port gives you scarabs and the runes. That's what it's called. I have my landscapers here. I might get pulled away for a sec, we'll see. Doesn't sound like the... Yeah, the machines aren't coming through, so that's good. You away. you away. Okay, we have a currency room. Yeah, I'd almost go as far as to say, like, these bunker contracts are harder. We'll see because I have the other contracts that we'll get into. We'll make a Ford. Ooh, that's a good jewel. Make like a better educated guess on it a little later. But I'm guessing that these bunkers just tend to put out better stuff. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe it's just because we got 2 good wings, 2 out of 3 right off the rip that I'm thinking that, but I also kind of noticed it yesterday too, when I was just running the deception contracts. It seemed to be better loot coming out of these. Let's see, chisels, wrath axe thing, Mantic Fortress, Ambu's Charge, Replica Roomies. Let's roll out of 20 Chaos Orb roll. Take it. If you are planning on running heists and you are planning on running bunkers, I do highly recommend taking it's a notable in your tree. For attack mastery, makes it so that enemies cannot block your attacks. In my opinion, it's kind of important for running bunker or even expedition, right? Where just like these guys all have shields, they'll have pretty high block chance. So running that notable passive, in my opinion, is just very, very useful. Just makes things go very, very smooth. I'll just show you what I mean in passives here. This one here, attack mastery. That's what I meant, not notable, but a mastery. Attack mastery, monsters cannot block your attacks. In my opinion, very, very, very strong for doing this kind of content, just because everything has shields, right? Everything can block. Just provides a much smoother experience. Let's see, we have some jewelry chests here. Hope we get something good, something good. Movement speed amulet. Probably not. And fractured jewel. The jewel is nice. And what do we have here? We have some chaos orbs. Chainmail, a thieves trinket that is not good. We have a prism weave and another thieves trinket that is not good. I think we'll take the stack of chaos orbs. Kind of sucks when it forces you outside when you have the zoomies on the character. Oh well. Oh god. Wrong buttons all over the place. Okay, there we go. 2 currency rooms. And yeah, I think I'm only going to take those rooms just in case we run out of alert level. See. Ooh. We like exalted orbs. Get one more chest. those Regicide disguise kits, they have to be at least level 84, and then people will buy them. But for you, 84, people will buy it. That's where you get the +1 to all jobs for Gianna. Get her reveal prices down. Just open a couple extra chests here. Let's see, we have an Exalted Orb, some Wings of Entropy, a Curry Ward, Leer Cast, and Replica Cold Iron Point. I think I'll take the Cold Iron Point, even though there is this nice little Exalted Orb there. I'm not sure what this does for, and I'm curious, so we'll take it. Oh, look at that, we get to get both anyway. We had our trinkets proc, or not trinket, but our capes, allowing us to take more than one reward. Very nice. I'll highlight that once I get back into the Rogue Harbor. I'll just highlight why that happens, or how that can happen, I should say. Here. Ugh. I say it all the frickin' time, but I hate the teleporty mod Shroudwalker from the Headhunter. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Just feels so bad. Ugh. Just makes it feel like you're desyncing all over the place. It's not the desync, it's just me teleporting to every little mob that's around me. Click, 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 click. Sounds like my little pupper dog, Mr. Reese, is... Oh, I hate that shard bar. Mr. Reese is barking upstairs. I gotta go see what's going on. And finish this swing and we'll take a look. I think he's just barking at the landscapers outside. Okay, so we have an Infernal Blade again. We have a Thieves Trinket. That is not good. Another Thieves Trinket. That's not good. We have a Archaic Spirit Blade. And you always get teased with the rolls on these, eh? Like, it looks good at a glance, but then you actually look at it, it's like tier 4, tier 6. Such a tease. Okay, and we have a Valax Ailment. Huh. Cool. I think we're gonna take the Spirit Blade. I think they have some value. It's something that I could definitely roll myself. And it looks like our cape's procced again, which is like awesome, but also it's kind of like all this stuff kind of sucks. Why do you have to proc on the shitty stuff, you know? Let's see, let's just go open up Blight. Oh, I see there's a little chest I can open up here. Let's go open up some Blight chests. Maybe we'll get a golden oil or something. Let's see. We got black oil, that's cool. We got some light encounter map. That's cool. Just bounce out of here before any doors lock. Alright, so that's that Grand Heist. So I'll just highlight why I'm able to grab more than one reward at the end, and that is because of capes like this, okay? So there's the mod right there. 4 to 5% chance to not activate lockdown in Grand Heists. Doesn't always work, but when it does, it's nice. So, yep, if you get those on your capes, an ideal cape would have job speed on it as well. You know, this isn't ideal, but it did. I think this one got the move speed, while area's not in lockdown, which is pretty nice. So I took that instead of job speed. So that's yeah, I have these capes on all my guys, right? Except for Huck. Huck doesn't have anything. So yeah. Chance to avoid lockdown. I don't know if it stacks between characters. I settled on this one because it had the job speed. Gianna, I didn't bother because Gianna I run all my deception contracts. Yeah, see job speed, avoid lockdown. I don't know if it stacks between the characters or not. I don't think it does because I definitely don't see it like 20 or 15, 20% of the time, but definitely see it about 5% of the time for sure. Okay, so +4 strength Viridian Jewel. This might be big. Yeah, it's pretty big as a base. We'll throw it for 3 divines and might even roll it for our strength stacker. Hey Addy, how are you doing today? Old iron point. Yeah, he must dust for a bit. Dump. We'll just dump this guy in there. We'll sell this guy here. Is there room to sell him? Yeah. And I will be right back. I just... Ooh, fire. Ooh. 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 That's a good fracture. Why we love those chests. Alright. I'm pretty good. I just have to go and tend to my little pupper dog, but I will be right back. Alrighty. Back at it. So how's the build going, Mr. Addy? Or, sorry. Mr. or Mrs. or whatever people go by these days. How about we just say Addy? Ah, I see. It's a difficult build, the auto bomber Herald of Thunder. It's a tricky one to get balanced and working, but once you get it going, it's nice. Until you can get them up like enough, then you'll likely just have to you'll likely have to yeah, just like run through your maps and just kill everything while your blasts are going, you know? Alright, we didn't get much good here this time. Crack Mace, Thieves Trinket, Sentinel Jacket, Quill Rain. Yeah, it's all kind of doo-doo. At the very least, it forces you to map fast, right? At least you got that going for you. You're using that Victor's Flask, right? You might be able to, like, I don't know how much damage you lose not using it, but you could use just a regular Topaz Flask instead of the Victor's, because it'll be up a lot more often. And, you know, less damage, but you can't do any damage if you're dead, so technically more damage, maybe? Nailed Fist, Tassalos Sign, a Terror Maul, Wings of Entropy, and an Eventuality Rod. Tier 1 Merciless on there. I guess you could grab that for like a recombine for a staff, maybe. Maybe? Not something I really want to do. Think. What kind of rooms do we have? We didn't even have good rooms. Alright, I'll take the Tassalos Sign. And how is the friend doing with the Righteous Fire Trapper build? How's he doing? He or she or they? Apache Helicopter. How is your friend doing with the, Not that good? Oh, no. Just missing the damages? I see. So I take it that one didn't help that much after all? Complaining a lot. I mean, that's Righteous Fire for you, right? Like... Got no interest, Oh, no int for the wand. Oh, no. Hey, your friend could sell the wand. Sell the wand and use the money to fund, you know? Help fund. That wasn't a bad rolled wand at all, right? I was thinking about it afterwards too, though. I think there's a lot of spell damage on that wand. I'm not like an expert on trappers or Righteous Fire for that matter. I'm not sure if that spell damage helps him. So it might be better just to sell it and try and get something else. Honestly, you'd have to link it to me, or you'd have to like awaken PoE trade. That's that little price checker tool that I use, right? It shows all the prices on stuff. And then from there you can, like, you know, check or uncheck items. You know, so for your friend, you just check off on the spell damage and the +1 fire and the fire damage, and you get a good idea of what that would go for. I would imagine probably like 50 chaos at least. You know, it's not a huge ticket item by any means, but you know, they get your friend a couple horror essences and roll a helmet. You know. Okay, we have a bad thieves trinket, bad thieves trinket, bad everything, with no good rooms. Unlucky. Yep, so that just comes kind of with experience playing the game, right? So like, I don't know, let's use these boots as an example, right? So we take these boots. You see there's a lot of boxes, right? Well, I know... Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So like on these boots, for instance, like, they're not the greatest boots in the world, but I know that just from my experience playing, I know that people really like suppressed spell damage. I know that people really like move speed, resistances, and life, right? So I do search. You know, 1 divine, 3 divines, 8 divines, right? If, you know, if I could uncheck the evasion rating, get more of a better idea, maybe. You know, some people might not care about the evasion, some people might. And then we have other boxes here, like implicits, right? You just kind of play around with it, right? See, if I hit the 4% increased action speed, it says 22 divines. There's no way these boots are worth 22 divines, because you can just put that stuff on easily, right? So, like, that's why you just kind of have to play around with it, get kind of an idea. So for that one, for instance, let's just pretend, well, maybe we can't pretend, but you know, like, if you just check off the +1 fire skills, oh, or you could link it to me. Yeah, here we go. So we have this wand here, lots of boxes. We have lots of boxes. So the important thing on here are the fire spell skill gems, right? These enchants don't matter. I wouldn't worry about them. But if we do 1 to level of all fire spell, and we'll just start off with spell damage, right? See? 20 chaos, 30, 40. So let's keep going, right? Let's check another one. Cast speed, that's important for some people. See, that kind of ticked things off there. We could do the fire damage to spells with that. See, now we have 1 divine, right? You just kind of play around with it. See, without the spell damage at all, it's not worth very much. If we do the spell damage and the fire damage, you know, 8 chaos, 1 divine. We kind of see that we put those 4 together. Now we're at 10 divine, 20 divine, but there's not many out there, so is it going to sell? I don't know. Something you could also look into, like, when it comes to an item, is like, what builds are people playing this league? And, like, how in demand is something like this item going to be, right? I personally, well, I actually do know that there is a build going around that's using Firestorm of Pelting, right? And Firestorm of Pelting, in my opinion, would probably really benefit from a wand like this, because you have your fire damage to spells, and Firestorm of Pelting hits a lot, so you're gonna probably want something like that. Now, I don't know if that's like a poison build, or like what's really going on with the build, so you could look it up, get a good idea of what someone might spend on a wand like this, right? Because this is actually a pretty good wand. You have cast speed, you have spell damage, you have, like, at the end of the day, cast speed, fire damage, fire damage to spells, level of all fire spell gems. There's nothing out there at all, right? So just, like, If it was me, I would put it up for a divine just to like get it to sell, right? You could probably sell this one for 5 to 10 divines. Oh, I unchecked that one. Right? But the question is, especially this late into the league, is it actually going to sell, right? So, right? It's kind of like, It's worth, you could look at it this way, right? It's worth nothing in your if it's just going to sit in your sale tab until you stop playing the league, right? Alert level's still in. There's like no more chests I can open. So I will just grab something crappy. So yeah, you could probably dump that one for 1 divine, no problem. No problem at all. You know, give it a day or two. Excuse me. Give it a day or two, and then put it down to like 80 chaos. You know, see if it goes. Wait a day or two, put it down to 50. The later on in the league, the harder it is to sell certain items. But also, I mean, like, that could just be the perfect item that someone's looking for, and they'll snatch it up right away. So that's how I go about selling things. I mean, there could be better ways, but that's just personally how I do it. I think I do okay with my sales. Could definitely do better, for sure. There's room for improvement, always. I tend to always lowball things just to get them moving, but I don't know if you noticed or not, but my sale tabs are full of stuff. So, like, yeah, they're all underpriced, but they're still not really going, and I end up just throwing them on the ground. If they don't sell after a while. Some unmanless. Okay. How's that guy AFK? He just messaged me. Weird. Let's see, we have Tornado Wand, some Regret Orbs, Tailoring Orb, very nice. Tailoring Orb, ooh. Ooh. Come on, let's proc our capes. Let's pull 2 Tailoring Orbs. Please. Please, guys. 2. Ah. Oh well. See, we used up our luck on those crappy rooms. Yeah, for you, maybe try using a something happened overnight. I'm hitting myself. Both these guys just found something else to buy, I guess. Oh well. What happened overnight? These doesn't look like... Oh, there are good rooms. Man. Man. Down here. Oh no, there's... I didn't see the jewelry. Oops, I opened up too many little boxes. Ooh, a synth ring. Is it good? It's not good. Actually, you know what? I see, like, mana regen rate might be good, actually. I'll have to price check that when I get out. Let's see. We have... These fragment rooms are actually pretty good because you do get scarabs out of them. Get some of those big boy scarabs, maybe. Or maybe not. And then they also drop the sacrifice fragments. Like, those are good for juicing maps. If you don't have any scarabs to run, if you're doing some sort of strategy where you have open slots for scarabs. How can I see map modifiers while I'm in map? Press tab, right? 4 nulls, replica, restless ward. Advancing fortress, Val hatchet, and opal wand. And if you can't see map modifiers while you press tab, right? That that means your map's unidentified. That's all that means. Okay, let's go to restless ward. We'll gamble that bad boy tomorrow. There. Yeah, these bunker contracts are fantastic for experience. For the sake of keeping my headhunter mods, I'm not going to go through that other door. I don't even know, or actually this might have been a pre-revealed contract. I was going to say, I don't think I took any. I don't think I was taking any extra escape hatches. I needed all the reveals I could get. Oh no. Stop killing yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Yeah, if you get like with the auto bomber there, Herald of Thunder auto bomber, if you get like minus player resistances, that's like that can really kill you really fast. Now, something else you could do too is you are using 2 Storm Secrets. You could drop a Storm Secret, right? And see how that goes, because you'll be hitting yourself less. You might might be able to keep up with whatever leech or regen or whatever you have going, right? That might be very beneficial. Just kind of a thought there as well. And then, of course, yeah, not running the Victor's Flask and running just like a regular Topaz Flask with maybe increased duration or something like that. That way that flask could just stay up longer, keep you alive longer. Lots of little things you could tweak with that build just for survivability until you get some better gear, right? Until you get better pieces of the puzzle, right? So that's... Ooh, 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 ooh. Stay. Okay, there we go. The Omen of Death Dancing was consumed. Saved my life. We have Demon Dagger, Decimation Bow, Reckless Defense, Innisberry Edge, and Perfect Form. We'll take the Perfect Form. Definitely feels like the loot's better. Maybe just today's a luckier day than yesterday, but like yesterday was like we were just pulling garbage out of everything. It's very unlucky yesterday. So maybe it's a luckier day. Maybe it's just bunker contracts might just be better. Maybe it's just like because they are harder than some of the other contracts, so kind of leaning towards that. They just seem to be better. I'm sure there's some like secrets like that the heist runners probably just haven't made public because they want to keep their secrets. They want to keep their valuable items valuable. Maybe there is something to it, you know? The Ambu's Charge, Heartbreaker, Last Resort, an Imperial Skein with +1 all fizz, a Twizzle. Is this worth grabbing? Maybe for recombine? Probably not. I mean, Blade Vortex builds, maybe? I think I'll just hit a bunch of small chests. Ooh, that was it already. Fast contract that time. It's always good. Ooh, we get to check. So, that was maybe. Not really. And then this guy, maybe. Mana regen, because there are a lot of, like, those mana builds. We'll try him for 20 chaos, probably end up throwing him on the ground. These guys... just juice up. Not going to corrupt that. Not going to corrupt this guy, that's a tomorrow thing, but we will corrupt this guy. Look at that, we killed it. Yay. Put you away, put you for sale. This league's league mechanic is not that hard to learn. However, it is a little bit difficult to get it running. It has to do with getting just a lot of gold out of your maps and you know, like the different materials that you find in your maps, the different ores. And then what you're going to do is just upgrade everything until it can't be upgraded anymore. And I find it to be very, very profitable. Only because the strategies that I do, I just get a ton of gold, so I can just have my guys running all the time, right? Having mappers running 24/7 is very expensive, like for gold cost. And I don't recommend it until you can farm consistently a lot of gold to keep up with it. I would recommend having your shippers going full-time, though. Just to the different ports. I can do that after I get out of this. I can just show you quick there. But yeah, I would 100% recommend getting into this league mechanic. It's pretty cool. And it likely won't be here to stay, so some parts of it will be. Like, I'm sure that the Faustus will be here to stay. That's the currency trader. But everything else, I don't know. The Recombiner, I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully. For the sake of everybody who spent hours and hours researching and learning the different Recombines. I like... There we go. Yeah, these are all doo-doo. Doo-doo, doo-doo, a doo-doo. Is there a little chest to hit? No way. Alright, we'll just get these fossils. Yay, we made it through all the doors. Yeah, yeah, we'll get these 3 wings done, and then I think I have to send out my shippers again anyway, and I'll just try and highlight like why having mappers running is good and all that stuff. Here, any good rooms? Not really, nope. Okay. Those reveal towers, though. Ooh. Here, Brooch, nope. Oh, going the wrong way. It's such a big area. Alright, we have a Replica Void Eye, some Chaos Orbs, some more Chaos Orbs, a Dodre's Damning, and a Malachi's Artifice. Let's go for the Chaos Orbs. Ooh, and we get more Chaos Orbs, look at that. Too bad that didn't happen with the Tailoring Orbs. Ooh. Spoopy lasers. If I had one of those actual heist running characters, I'd just be able to run through all those traps, no worries. But like, whatever. Wait a couple extra seconds per. Get to kill stuff, get to level the character up a little bit. Ground. Good rooms. Nope. It's been forever since my trinket has procced, by the way. Kind of feels bad. Like I've been seeing like there is a chance for it to drop like quality gems. So I've seen the quality gems come out, but not that Regal to Divine proc has been absent the last few days now. What do we have here? We have a Tailoring Orb, very nice. 3-step Assaults, Winterheart, Prism Weave, and Replica Restless Ward. We'll take that Tailoring Orb, thank you very much. And last wing here. Got a currency room there, I see. Maybe we'll get like we have Vendirium here, so he has the chance to duplicate. Maybe we'll get like a mega proc. We'll get 4 divine orbs out of one of these chests. Come on. Nah. Oh well. Any more? These little guys. We have here a Tornado Wand, Replica Prism Weave, a Pneumatic Dagger, Arendale's Embrace, and Replica Pacifism. We'll go for that Pneumatic Dagger. People love Pneumatic Daggers. There's a T1 Fizzroll on there, I think. Yeah. That it does. Cool. actually really do like. I've said it a few times, but I'll say it again. I really like the voice acting that they did for Heist. Like, they really went all out. There's definitely, like, some hidden gems that come up, like, that these guys say that just catch you off guard, make you laugh. Alright, let's go do... Let's get our shipments going. So yeah, King's March. You're just like, you're just gonna level these guys up when you can, essentially. And eventually they'll max out. They'll be able to smelt everything, you know. Runesmithing, this one gets expensive because you end up needing power runes and time runes. But definitely pick away at it, but I wouldn't say it's like super necessary. There's some really nice things that you can do. All of these enchants with the rune crafting, they can be put on level 1 items and you can use them right from level 1. So you can make some really nice leveling items. One thing in particular they do is like they'll put level 1 envy on an item, and level 1 envy gives like a couple hundred chaos damage to your attacks, and that'll just carry you until like Act 6 or something like that, right? So you could just like put this on a bow, or not a bow I guess, but you could put it on a wand and just like blast through the first several acts just on envy alone, just on this enchant alone. So you know, you get to do stuff like that. Getting your recruiter up, you know, you're gonna see higher level workers, and then you'll eventually, when you max out, reroll with high quality recruits. I don't know how much better this is than this. I only use this one. You don't always see tier 10s when you do it, right? Like, I actually need some more mappers right now, so let's see if I can hit a mapper. See, like sometimes you get tier 7s or 8s. It's kind of hit and miss. There's 2 mappers, nice. And you can see that the mapper's wage is very, very high. I get those guys. I think one of the most important things about this league is getting your farming, excuse me, getting your farming up and going, and getting as high level guys in here as possible. So like all tier 10s, and just getting them going. And then we'll get into the shipping in a second. You end up shipping those crops. So there is a thing with the shipping. Okay, so these are rewards that I just kind of get on the regular from shipping. I like doing the scarabs because you do occasionally get some good scarabs, you occasionally get some really good runes. But what I'll do... I would go all in with the crops first. See, like that's a good scarab, and I've been using these scarabs. So that's... And you see a lot of these scarabs with the shipping, so that's why I'll do that. But with shipping, what you can do to make, like, decent monies is you'll just take these Verisium bars, which you get later on in maps, but you get lots of them. Lots of Verisium. You do 5 Verisium bars and 50 dust. And I'll just do that with all my ships. You don't need very high, like these level 9s. I think you can get away with it with much lower levels. But I just have level 9s in there. And what you do is you take these guys and you send them to here, right? And they'll come back with between 4 and 8 stacked decks each. And it's essentially for free. So every 30 minutes, you get some free stacked decks. And stacked decks sell really easily. So that's a very solid source of income that you can get going all the time. And it doesn't cost that much. Dust, you eventually unlock this disenchanter here. Rog, right? And Mr. Rog, let's put some of this stuff away. All you away. This guy's in there. Okay. Oh, this guy here. What are we not selling? What are we throwing on the ground? The rest is sword, I guess. Okay. So, Mr. Rog will disenchant. He starts off by disenchanting yellow items, and once you get him like kind of maxed out, he will disenchant legendary items. Just double check this here. So we will sell you for 20 chaos, and we'll just dust you. So, dusting. Just throw stuff in. You can mouse over it, and you'll see how much it dusts for. So yeah, cooldown your point ended up being okay. Yeah, so different things obviously dust for different values. This whole dusting thing has given pretty much everything in the game a value, like every unique item in the game a better value. So there are a lot of, like, for instance, the highest tier, the most rare items in the game that are super rare when they drop. And a lot of those items are kind of useless, unfortunately. Or just, like, there's much better stuff you can do out there. So they used to not be worth anything. Well, because of this dusting mechanic, and, like, the more rare the item, the more it dusts for, a lot of these really rare items are actually worth something now, because they dust for a lot. The reason why you want a lot of dust is because later on, once you get your whole town set up and going and you do your shipments, you could do you max out a shipment. Their maximum value is 50 million, just a value of 50 million. And you're going to want to use a lot of dust to get that value. So you're going to want to send, 15, 20, 25 million dust in a shipment, right? So that's why dust has a value, which means that those tier 0 uniques that are gonna dust for over 1 million dust each are worth something, right? And your more common uniques, like a Restless Ward, it's gonna dust for 20,000, right? Something a little more rare, like this Cold Iron Point, 87,000. Something a little more common, like this Malachi's Artifice, 14,000. Now I'll just pull some rare items out of here. So, like, when you look at them. So your regular, just kind of rare item that you're gonna pick up off the ground, you throw it in there. Dust for 3,000, right? 3,000, 7,000. I'm not even gonna waste my duster's time doing that. I typically only dust at least 20,000 is what I like to go for. But yeah, that's kind of how dust works. You can also use dust to recombine things. That's a whole nother can of worms that I don't know enough about. You could look up a video on it. You could take a small college course and learn how to recombine, essentially. But it's out of my wheelhouse. It's something that's not guaranteed. From what I know, anyway, it's not guaranteed to carry over. So I'm not wasting my time with it. But hopefully it carries over because it's really strong. Now, mappers, okay? Your mappers, they cost a lot to run, right? 6 tier 10 mappers, 16,000 dust or gold an hour, right? That's a lot. So the thing about your mappers is they're gonna pull some nice stuff out of your maps, right? Look at this. First example that I mess over here. Look at this ring. Now, its suffixes aren't perfect. However, there is a tier 1 strength and there's a tier 1 resol. There's good. You're at that dagger selling already. There's you have some open prefixes. You have 3 good suffixes, right? If I do a price check on this, suffix, 20 chaos orbs. Should be an easy 20 chaos orb sell. And you could craft on that and sell it for even more. Sell this dagger here. Come on, buddy. Yes, it's a dagger. That's what he wanted, right? Yeah. Okay. He must be really concerned about the rolls on it or something. Goodbye. Great. So, yeah. Just pull this ring out of there. Easy peasy. Easy 20 chaos orbs. Maybe. Maybe not. Worst comes to worst, it sits in my stash tab. Takes 1 spot. I'll get rid of it in a couple days if it doesn't sell, right? You're gonna get lots of this gumball currency, right? So it's definitely something to work up to. the more you improve your town, you'll eventually unlock the mappers and all that stuff, right? It takes some time, takes some effort, but definitely worth it. Like we're getting life force, we're getting chaos orbs. Sometimes you get divine orbs. Sometimes you get Faldo's puzzle boxes. You get lots of other maps to run. You get like I have my item filter applied, so why is this one showing up? I don't know. Turns out not to be good. You get 2120 like really good jewels sometimes, or yeah, jewels, gems. Sometimes you get really good boots, or I've yet to get a good unique. You know, scarabs. Get all sorts of good stuff. And it just kind of comes passively, right? Like good cards. Good, that good. It's more the rings that I look for. Okay, here we go. Like, crit chance, attack speed with bows, life. Right, crit chance, attack speed with bows, life. 20 chaos, 80 chaos, a divine. Something like this. It's full up on everything. 2 prefixes, 2 suffixes. I'll just smash it with a Vol Orb. Maybe we hit something good. Reduce effective shock on you. That'll 100% sell now. For 20 chaos. Right, so stuff like this. These mappers. Look at that, Divine Orb. Easy, easy money. So once you can get your mappers going, super easy. Super good, right? And like, the hardest part about this is like knowing what's good, knowing what to look for, right? And that just comes with like something like this might be good. Attack speed with shield, block attack damage, dexterity. Like, I don't know if people are going to use that. Let's check it, right? Not really, so. Kind of, sort of, but not really. But hey, if I hit a corrupted blood on that, then that'll sell for sure. So let's try. Fire pen. Eh. You know, it was a long shot. Got that. Oops, wrong button. Go, get all that going. We got bad card, you know, some more chaos orbs. We got, look at that, 5 more chaos there. Check the gem, not good. Check the ring, not very good. Check the jewel, we have not really. Yeah, now I got room for 5 more in there, right? As far as mappers go, though, like this is with tier 16 red maps. I didn't run them earlier on. Like, I wouldn't run your mappers until you have like a solid source of this gold, right? But that's, you know, I think that's a very good example of why it's worth running them, right? Obviously, we saw Divine Orb, we saw some good stuff, right? So, but while you're building up your town and stuff like that, get your crops going first, and always try and get enough gold in your town so you have 10 million in there. It says it's 26 days. I don't think that's right, but you know, it's costing me 66,000 an hour to run everything because of my mappers, right? Definitely get these farming guys going. Super important to build up all your crops, and then eventually you're going to ship them out for currency rewards. Once these guys come back, so in 25 minutes, if you're still around, I can show you what I mean. But you're going to want to get a big shipment, push it out. It's going to come back. You're going to get mirror shards. You're going to get divine orbs. You're going to get power runes with one shipment. But it takes about a week once you have all your crops going. It takes about a week to build up your crops to be able to send out one of those big shipments. Excuse me. So yeah. What about this thing? What were we doing with this? We're going to sell it, right? Dex strength. An example of something that you could do just to make something like this ring a little bit more desirable is you could come here, you could put life on it. You could put, because if we put life on it, right, then we do our search, and we search for the suffixes with the life roll now. See? Now we're more 50 chaos. You know, you take the life off, it's showing more 20 chaos, right? Now, what else we could do on here, and this is because I know that people go for this mod, is non-channeling skills have minus resist, right? So we can just put on a small one, so we don't have to spend 4 chaos. And that's just so that when people are looking for a ring, maybe they're looking for a finished product, they're gonna look for the non-channeling, they're gonna look for the suffixes, they're gonna, and we go there now. Oh, now it says nothing. Okay, well maybe we take off the dex. What's it say? 50 chaos. What if we take off the strength? What's it say? 50 chaos. So yeah, having something like that on there is probably gonna pique people's interests. So that'll probably sell for 50 chaos. Alright, and if it doesn't, we just move it to 20 chaos. That's what I do. I was really disciplined with doing this earlier in the league, but I've definitely fallen off. But what I'll do is I'll have, like, yeah, my 20, my 50, my 80, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what I'll do is I'll just go from 20 to, I'll just throw all that stuff on the ground, sell it to the vendor, and I'll just rename this 50 chaos. I'll just go in here, I'll rename it 20. Right? 20 chaos orbs. And then that'll effectively price everything here for 20 chaos orbs. And I'll do the 80, I'll do it for 50, 1 divine, I'll do it for 80, you know, so on and so forth, and then stuff will sell very quickly. I don't really want to do that while I'm running heists, so. So we'll just run some more blueprints here. Keep going at it. Try and get more replica Alberons. Try and get that Simplex amulet. So elusive. Yeah, with your shipments, absolutely, like, just send a little bit of stuff at a time. Get a couple things back. Just get your town upgraded so that you get more, you know, you'll get more ships. You'll eventually get into maps. You'll be unlocking that Verisium ore. Get the Verisium bars and send those out with a little bit of dust. And you'll get backstack decks. You can get back scarabs with your shipments, and it costs hardly anything to run your shippers compared to mappers anyway. So you'll be able to reliably have those going up all the time, and also try and get your town going 24/7 with your farmers. There are plenty of resources out there just to kind of explain that probably better than I can, just because I am half distracted here. So definitely recommend watching those. Okay, we have a Bad Thieves Trinket, a Bitter Dream, Dodri's Damning, Malachi's Artifice, and another Restless Sword. Very nice. We'll take that. Ooh, let me show you. So for an Exalted Orb, you can just go to Faustus. You could go to the trade site, but I just go to Faustus and just see. I think they're about, what, like 10, between 10 and 20 Chaos Orbs for an Exalted Orb. Something with this little price checker too, right? So when you bring up your price checker, up in the top left corner here, you see this number here, right? If you click on that, it tells you the Divine to Chaos Orb ratio. And you get a little, so you don't have to pull out your calculator. You just get, based off of what the market is at the time. So right now it's saying 152 Chaos equals 1 Divine. 0.9 is 137, you know? You had a very quick, and anything. You price check anything, price check anything, and see? It's right there. On anything you price check. It's always at the top corner. So, cool little feature about that. Get turned off something by accident. There you go. Yeah, for anything else in the game, you have thousands now. And you just, you know... Actually, let me, give me a sec to get out of here, or finish this, because there is something that's going on with Faustus that, and, like, full credit to, where credit's due to, Mr. Travick, who highlighted this in one of his videos. When you go to Faustus, you have to hold Alt. So, like, there's, like, a button, or, like, it'll show you what people are selling items for, but it'll also show you, if you hold Alt, it'll show you what people are buying the same item for. And often there is quite the discrepancy, and you can rip yourself off quite a bit on some things. So give me a sec, and I'll show you what I mean. So we have replica auras, some scours, another bad trinket, veiled at night, and a replica last resort. All doo-doo. Just get these little things open here. I don't think I want anything there. Nothing dust for good or anything like that. We'll just open up these map boxes. Just give me 1 second, because it's actually very important. Like, if I tell you to go to Faustus to get something, and I want to make sure that you use Faustus correctly, because if you don't, you'll rip yourself off, so... Okay. So, if we go... You can put him in your hideout, by the way, but he'll be in King's March as well. But Faustus, this guy here, right? Currency exchange, right? So, if you want an Exalted Orb, if you're looking to see the price of an Exalt, say, I want Exalt. I have Chaos, right? It says the market ratio is 1 to 15. So if you have 15 Chaos, if you hover over here, so you see market ratio at 1 to 15, there's 500 in stock for that, right? And that's people who have Exalts looking for Chaos, right? You have Chaos looking for Exalts. Now, if you hold Alt, there's the competing trades. So, competing trades say that there are lots of people who are trying to get Exalted Orbs. You'll see someone just put in, they have 13 Chaos, they're looking for 1 Exalt, right? Under the available trades, there's... So, under the competing trades, that's going to be this side looking for this side. The available trades, that's this side looking for this side, okay? That's the best way you can explain it. So, you could instantly get an Exalted Orb for 15 Chaos Orbs, right? Here, I'll show you what I mean. So, 15 Chaos, Exalt, place order, boom. Right there, immediately, right? And I'll just take it. Okay, now, if we hold Alt, we'll see that there are people looking for Exalts at less of a price. So, that looks like someone... It's already changing. Holy crap, it's changing fast. Okay. Oh, it's because those orders got filled. See, the 13 to 1, the order got filled. So, if I say 13 now, I have 13 Chaos, I want 1 Exalt. We'll place the order. And you'll see it doesn't fill right away now. Right? But now if we look on the competing trades, we can see ours right there. 13 for 1 under the competing trades. That will fill. Because people are going to have Exalted Orbs. They're not going to want to wait to get 15 Chaos for an Exalt. And they'll fill that out. Right? Now, where I find this is the most egregious, we'll just leave that, and it'll fill. Let's just sell this here. Look at it. It filled. Faustus says, see? Boom. It filled. So I got an Exalt for 2 Chaos cheaper than what the market was saying. So you have to really be careful with that. Hold Alt, see what the competing trades are. Let's just invite this guy, see if he... Yeah, he wants it. Okay. Firestorm. This gem came out of one of my mappers, actually. Come on, buddy. I want to show the most egregious ratio here, which is, it's very important to highlight. Okay, so the most egregious ratio I've noticed is rogue markers, okay? So, if I say I have divine orbs, I want rogue markers, don't do this, okay? 65,000 rogue markers for one divine, right? And if you hold Alt, there's no competing trades. Okay? Do not spend divine orbs for rogue markers. Because if we go to chaos orbs and we say we want 65,000, right? At a regular market ratio, 44 chaos for 65,000 rogue markers. That is absolutely egregious. That is a third the price if you were to spend divine orbs. So keep an eye out for that too when you're buying things. If you're going to spend divine orbs, check the chaos orb price, because you could get highly ripped off. Now, there is a competing ratio for this as well, right? So the ratio I'm buying these at is 1,500 to 1. But people are trying to buy these for 2,000 to 1. So I could actually even probably fiddle around with this. So right now it's 1,400 to 1. I could probably, what if we put 30 chaos for that? No, we could probably do 35. 35 at 1,800 to 1, right? And then these would probably fill very quickly instead of spending 44 chaos. So rogue markers, it's criminal. The ratios for the rogue markers is absolutely criminal. Don't rip yourself off. Whatever you do, do not buy with divine orbs. Okay, same amount of markers for divine. Do it with chaos orbs. Same. See, 44. And if we go for chaos to divine, just to give you an idea, it's 162 to 1 divine on the market right now. And technically, actually, you could get them for 157. You could get them for 158 right now. Really easy if you look at the competing trades. So definitely don't rip yourself off with Faustus. Hold Alt, look at those competing trades, and make your judgment on from there, right? Stuff away. Back to the heisting. Good rooms. Good rooms, good rooms, good rooms. Nope. Take that, though. Alright, Imperial Skein, Victario's Charity, some Scours, Wings of Entropy, and a Quill Rain. Unlucky. If it was early league, I'd be grabbing all of the Wings of Entropy, by the way, but late league, they're not worth anything. These are very, very good for, what's that skill? The Trauma skill. One of those melee builds that uses Trauma. Very, very good weapon for that early league. Late league, everybody's kind of already done with that build, though, so they don't really sell. 16. Oh, ouch! I didn't realize there was lasers there. They're not there now, right? Yeah, okay. Whew. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Rooms. Ooh, we got jewelry. We like that. Maybe, maybe, maybe. belt. Nah. Unlucky. Alright, we have a Fen Coil, a Dream Feather that's rolled bad, a Bloodthorn, some Bindings, and a Void Axe. We'll get the Dream Feather just for the dust. Probably end up just hitting him with a Vol Orb just for no good reason. I don't know if those strength stackers are looking to corrupt their Dream Feathers. I don't know if they need the accuracy or not. Or it's not strength stacker, armor stackers. Is that it for this one? It was. Next. And we will also hit him. He got nothing. That stuff away. And we got roughly an hour. Let's see how many of these we can get through. Hopefully a lot. Unless I get distracted again. I am distracted very easily. So we got a card chest, and let's open all the little guys. We have an Advancing Fortress, a Horrors. Ooh, that's cool. Wander one. Oh, and a Faded End. Ooh. Those Faded Ends weren't going for that much, but let's see. Ooh, it's a perfect cast speed roll, though. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. I gotta check. I gotta price check. I wish you could price check right off of these. Unfortunately, you can't. Ooh, that's saying a Divine Orb, so that must dust pretty well. We'll also take a look at, what was it called? A Faded End with perfect cast speed. Just click that, and yeah, so definitely the I don't know how to say that. Rise, Ire. We'll take that 100%. So cool, eh? The wands. I love these replica items. They're so cool. Look at that shock duration, suppression, big lightning damage to wand attacks. Lots of wanders out there this league because of the league mechanic, right? The ghosted wands, just like I'm wearing right now. Big suppression, big lightning damage. I could 100% see people wearing that, but I bet it does for a lot too. Truth be told, I could put that on and wear it, because it would be much better than what I'm wearing for doing this heisting. Because I'm just wearing this Magic Find one. I guess there's crit on it though. But big suppression, intelligence, like big lightning damage. That's a good chess piece. Oh, it's like a max roll too. That's why. Oh, this is worth a lot. People use this. Cool. Cool. We'll put this like up a little higher even. Yeah. Nice. Good find. We have up here. We have some jewelry. Make sure we save enough alert for those jewelry chests. We got some reveal towers down there. Those things are spoopy. Oh, what do we have? We have shock duration, not good. Fractured searching eye, that's good. And LE damage with attack skills, not really. For a synth belt to be worth anything, you really have to hit something good. Only because your belt slots are usually taken up by a headhunter or a mage blood, right? Typically, anyway, for people who are going to spend a lot of money on a belt. We have here imbued wand, maybe speed. See, now if this was any other league, this would be worth taking. But unfortunately, these tempering implicits here, they share the same. They share the same spot as the rune crafting, like the Haunted by Tormented Spirits. So wands are weapons in general. This league, not so good. But anyway, chisels, blessed orb, harvest, and decimation bow. Nothing good in my opinion. Let's see what these things have. Nothing good. Did we have any rooms that we could just kind of gamba on? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, we have all these chests here too. Let's just get these little chests. Get that, get that, get that. Get these. Stack deck. With the lack of regal herbs dropping, I'm considering getting a trinket. Getting a divine herb trinket. Like, there's no way in hell we'll make the divine orbs back, unfortunately. I'm a little leery on doing it because we are very end excuse me, very end league at this point. You know, like D4 just put out its new league. There's definitely a player fall off, another player fall off for this for sure. I'm sticking with it. I'm gonna go right to the end. I want to get this strength stacker going, one way or another. So I will be here till the end, or at least until I can get the strength stacker going. This will be the first and probably only league that I play right to the very end. We'll see. I'm loving the league mechanic. And people definitely are still playing, it's just less and less. So I will be sticking it out 100%. Well, at the very least until Path of Exile 2 comes out, whenever that comes out. I know it's soon. Okay, what do we have here? We have a golden plate, replica foible, which is kind of cool for, that might be good for Addie's friend. I can't remember his friend's name. Sorrow of the Divine, not rolled very well, and a Divine Orb. Oh, well, we're going to take the Divine Orb. Yeah, Midge. Yeah. So, for you, like, because you guys are pretty new and stuff like that, like, especially your friend, you know, he could either do it this league, or, you might want to consider, just switching to a different build, right? A different league start build other than Righteous Fire for him. If your friend's just not digging it. Like, some people just don't like the playstyle, right? Um, yeah, yeah. You could consider doing something else for sure. Four divines. Well, he could just re-roll the character, right? That would be good. Not really. Let me think. Because he's an Inquisitor, right? Or he's like the Templar class. It's like on the tip of my tongue. There is a really cool Frostblink build out there that he might be able to get into. Really, really cool Frostblink build. Pull it up here. Okay, guy left. Oh, it looks awesome. It's a league start that there's a content creator out there called Subtractum. Let's see. Oh, there he is here. Yeah, I've subbed to him. He does fantastic builds. This guy is really, really good, in my opinion. Anyway, like we all have our own favorite creators. One of mine happens to be this guy. He does a lot of the damage over time builds. Trade. Here I go getting distracted again, right? I just sell this and then I'll get back to that. Then I'll get back to heisting. It is a really, really cool build. Just trade this. But it's a Frostblink build. It's very low investment. And it is fantastic. And you know, maybe he could go into something else after that, right? But you gotta start somewhere. And at least in my opinion, like going and just searching some of these content creators for their league starters are insane. So let's just do a regular YouTube search. We'll say Frostblink. Look at that. A Wintry Blast. 3.25. Look at that. Let's see if we have somebody that I recognize. Look, Ziz put one out for it. Okay, we'll just search it within Subtractums. I think he might have been one of the first to do it, but he definitely made a very good build, very friendly build for league starting. Let's see, looks like he's doing it with an Elementalist, but you could definitely do it with anything. Yeah, he's done it with an Elementalist, but you could do it with like a mana guy.
All right, it's time for the video. It's time for the build guide. So just to preface everything off, I mean, let's just rattle everything off. This is my favorite league starter that I've ever played and I've ever made for myself. It's really, really fun to play. This is
here. We'll just get to some of this.
So actually, this is a really good demonstration. Is you do want to be periodically throwing some fire traps. You do have combustion right now on your Frostblink, so you still want to be Frostblinking on the enemies. And your fire trap will work by both igniting and putting burning ground on the ground. It will also get a very big ignite, like 400 flat added damage if you ignite them. That they're already Coil, Cloak of Flame, Corel Helmet Craft,
just watch him do
Body Armor Craft. The idea is that
so he's just going through
a very high base damage for based on its gem levels. This is even better now in next patch because we can scale.
Definitely something to look into for him. Maybe it just has high damage and it's a blaster. For sure. It's called Wintry Blast, and it is a blaster. Something to look into for him, maybe. And there's lots of different variations of it out there, but that's just an example of something that he could do, right? You could, you could look up on something I don't recommend maybe for like a beginner, but once you understand the game a little better, get a bit more of an understanding, you could go onto PoE Ninja, right? And then just under builds, and you could just click on, he was a Inquisitor, right? Right, Inquisitor. Get rid of that ad. Anyway, then here you have all the different skills that they're using, right? And you can just kind of get an idea of what people are using. A lot of these Inquisitors are going like, yeah, like, I don't know, just click on a random guy. Yeah, that looks kind of expensive, but yeah, these are like stackers, but you could just kind of get an idea of what that class is using anyway for different skills, right? And you can even respec out of Inquisitor. You could go into like something like a Hierophant. These guys are using all like the Ice Nova Frostbolts, one of those kind of builds. But that's if you kind of know a little bit more of the game. So let's just let's go back to YouTube. And you could just go like 3.25. Ah! PoE 3.25. League starter. League starter builds. You could do something, a search like that. And then you could look for something that has your class. There's just so much out there on it, right? So you could look for something like that. Righteous Fire is like a decent... It is a decent League starter, but you're not going to get the massive, like, big giga DPS until you really invest into it for Righteous Fire. So maybe you could find something else that's more along your friend's playstyle, right? Or ideal playstyle. And from what I remember, your friend was pretty good at actually following the build guides and stuff like that. So that's good. You have to really be careful, like, and really make sure you're following the build guides, getting the same kind of gear and doing the same kind of everything for it. Definitely, like, when you're looking into a build too, make sure that, like, what you're seeing is not, like, some guy's build that's just been giga juiced with, like, crazy items that are unattainable. Like, make sure that it's something that, make sure it's something viable, right? That's that ring, or another one of those rings that, you know, I pulled out of my guy, out of my mappers. 50 chaos. Yeah, it's something like I have a problem too with making new characters. I hate rolling new characters. So, ooh, that might actually be good. That might be a good base. Sacred Chainmail, 158. Explicit defense. That's kind of nice, but this point of the league, I don't know if I'd be able to sell that. Probably won't be able to sell it. I'll just take the Chaos Orbs. I think for, like, the long neck, there's, like, the, long neck being Templar. The big build that people are going is, like, that Frostbolt build. It's extremely strong. I'm not entirely sure what the league start or investment goes with it, but it was really strong a few leagues ago, and it still is very strong. That's the one where you shoot out the ice bolts and then proc the novas off of it, and it just does giga damage. Everything's frozen. Like, it's just very strong. Elementalists are typically a little more squishy for sure. Like the, you know, auto bomber. It looks awesome. People who get that build going can make it look amazing, but doing it in practice can be a little difficult to get going, as I'm sure you're noticing. Currency chests. Yeah, at this point, I think I'm just gonna get one of those trinkets. One of the good trinkets. We'll see how much they're worth after I'm done this heist. Or after I trade that guy. I have to remember to trade that guy. Okay, so we have some enkindling orbs, a lasagna spirit, an infernal blade, some chisels, and a profane wand. Ooh, profane wand with speed. Ooh, maybe. Ooh. Cast speed, it turns like a 20 into a 21, but that might sell. That might be big. There's nothing else here that's good, so I think I'm just gonna take it. Yeah, I see you, buddy. Yeah, I haven't forgotten about you. Sure. Ooh, don't die, don't die. Some people are so impatient. So, yeah, something like this. Speed modifiers. See, the only thing is, you're competing... like something like that in any other league would be really, really good, right? But this league, you're competing with Haunted by Tormented Spirits, which gives you 30 move, attack, and cast speed. So... something like this, not as good this league. But we'll see. Let's... maybe. You know, we'll throw it into 20 Chaos. Maybe someone will buy it. Any other league, that would be like multiple divines. Alright, and we have to finish this grand heist. And then I'll look into buying that trinket. I know I was praising the Regal trinket so much earlier, but it just hasn't been putting out. I don't know why. You could make, if you enjoy doing that, like playing the market, you can make some serious cashola, like serious currency doing that. And Faustus really enables that, as long as you have currency to keep doing the trades, right? You need the gold to do the trades with Faustus. Is there any other good? No, there isn't. Okay. From website to Faustus, hey, that works. If you want to put in the time, you can come up with a strategy for that, then go. Doing strategies like that, I don't think you're going to see very many videos out there on it. And this is just speculation, right? But I don't think you see many videos out there on it because it it is very good. Like it's, and you don't want people you know, ruining your farm, right? So you're not going to see a lot of people out there doing it. Just like I'm not seeing a lot of good items in that reward room, so we're just going to take some small chests. Hey, that's good, right? You gotta start somewhere. keep her going, right? Turn that 16 chaos profit into, like, you know, reinvest, get some more stuff. I mean, you could look at, you know, Faustus has instant trades, right? Instant sales with Faustus. Even for, you know, you could do an instant sale at Faustus or wait a little bit longer and get a little bit more. Yeah, you could definitely turn some big profit. Turn that 16 chaos into 50 chaos, which you could turn into, you know, a divine orb, which then you turn a divine orb into a divine and a half, and up and up and up and up, right? Maybe check out the essences. I don't like. I have a feeling maybe essences going from trade site to Faustus. Maybe essences seem to be very hot right now. uh, Good for you, man. Good. Find your niche, man. Like, find your niche, make your profits. You know, and then turn those profits into items in game for your character. If you get doing that, you'll end up making, like, you'll make more profit than I am. Unless I get lucky. Looking for that one big ticket item, right? Started off so strong on this farm, eh? It's like fizzling out. Unlucky. Any more rooms? Not paying attention. Right, I was gonna look for the Chaos Trinket. If it is not astronomical, then I'm gonna get one. Alright, so it looks like it's just a 1%. 40 divines, that's not bad. And then we want additional... Ooh, that would be good. See, now here's a discrepancy, right? We have a few lower price ones, and then they jump up and up and up and up, right? This is pretty nice. The div card items, that means stacked decks. So 100%. Let's see if this guy's going to sell it. And the thing is, there is a turnaround on these. Like, you could buy one of these, run heist for a day or two, and then sell it for the same price you bought it for. We'll try it out. We're not seeing the regals. So we have the div card items, and yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. We'll give it a try. I had the duplicate. Like, this was just a really convenient trinket because it has the smuggler's caches for when I'm running maps. So I'll actually end up holding on to this probably, but let's just check. Let's just check. Not that one we want. That one. Oh, not that one, that one. Yeah. 4 divines. I'm just gonna hold on to it. We'll see what this is like. And now you're up 40C, nice. Gonna see how this trinket does. 1% chance for chaos as divine. 32 incoming. You're just gonna snowball. Snowball, a snowball, snowball. And then get something good. Hold a nice, you know, a nice little currency float. Keep her going. Takes money to make money. Wouldn't it be something if out of the first currency chests that I open, I get like a stack of 6 divine orbs or something? That'd be crazy. Let's see. Now it's gonna feel bad every time I see chaos orbs. You do I am seeing a lot more chaos and divine though, for sure. Okay, binding, chaos orbs. Just a note too, the trinket does not affect the stuff that comes out of the displays here. So there's 0 chance that those 16 chaos could convert. Okay, so Alpha's Howl, Unmaking, and more chaos. Well, we're gonna take the chaos. Ooh, look at that. We're gonna take these chaos too. Take that little chest too. Why did I run out? I don't know. Back in. So yeah, whenever I do end up getting a Simplex to drop, I mean, I'm gonna stay optimistic. Hopefully. Ah, hey, don't kill me, jerks. I'm looking at rooms. Got the 1 chaos room there. So as I was saying, when I do find that Simplex amulet, I will stop heisting. I've definitely had my fill of heist. And when I stop heisting, I'll end up selling the trinket, probably for a small loss. So hopefully we can pull some... Man, it would have been nice if those 4 chaos turned into divine orbs. I'm going to be thinking that every time now. But yeah, we'll be able to sell the trinket, so I'm actually not counting that. Can I get that? Yeah, I can. I'm not going to count that as a loss. I'm just going to count it as a nothing, because we'll be able to sell it for sure. We have a Doge's Damning, a Frost Breath, an Opal Wand, Thieves Trinket, that's not good, and a Replica Tullfall. We'll take the Tullfall, because I think it dusts for a bit, or people use it, or it has some sort of value anyway, from what I can remember. It would be really nice if they let us price check out of the displays. Fortunately, we can't. Here. One currency room. Get all these little chests here. Oh, maybe those Regals would have converted. We don't know. We'll never know. Have some allopathies, a transfer tuned spirit shield, some cartographer's chisels, a divine orb, and a bloodthorn. Well, we'll take that divine. Thank you very much. It's all worth. Should be worth a little bit. Yeah, 20 chaos. It might dust too. I think I'll just quality it and dust it actually for that price. So you up to a Divine Orb yet, Addy? What you're going to be doing is feeling the pain everybody else felt, or all of us felt, before Faustus. Messaging a billion people for currency, right? We'll take the Chaos Orbs. What else could you do besides essences? What else might be good? I'm just trying to think. What else could be a good flip? I'd have to look in my currency tab because I can't think of anything right now. Still trying to visualize it. Maybe not. I was gonna say maybe Deli Orbs. Scarabs, for sure. You could do Scarabs, 100%. You could flip those. Yeah, maybe try the Scarabs, right? That could be good. There's a fella by the name of Snoobae, like Snoobae, and he does some really high investment farms, and he really does, at least I've noticed anyway, he has been affecting the Scarab market based on what he's earning. So you could always just kind of keep an eye on him and what he's doing, and kind of guess at where the market's going to. Have Regal Orbs and... I think I'm just gonna hit some small chests. That one... Can we get out? Yes, we can. I think for flipping though, yeah, at End League, I think Essence and Scarabs would probably be your bread and butter, for sure. And again, maybe you could look into Deli Orbs, maybe. Yeah, I do not partake in the flipping of the things, but I definitely know there is a way to do it. Definitely know there's big money in it. But it could be very tedious, so yeah, good luck to you with that. We have a Veil of the Night, an Infractum, Ambu's Charge, an Imbued Wand, and an Arendale's Embrace. Everything doo-doo. Maybe the wand has good rolls for recombine? No. We're just gonna hit something on the way out. Like these essences up here. Maybe we'll get some essence scarabs. Nothing great. You know, with your character, for making money, honestly, if you can get yourself to survive, tier 6 map essences might be the way to go for you. For making money, if you want to like play the game and make money anyway. Like, I haven't checked prices or anything like that, but and I know that a lot of people are doing it, but also a lot of people are using essences at end league tier. So that is also a very, very good and viable way to make currencies. Your character should be able to blast tier 6 maps, I would imagine. Provided you can stay alive while you're not killing things. So if you could get that figured out, definitely essence blasting could be right up your alley. I would recommend looking up Travik's video, and I could pull it up. I could link it for you even if you want. Let's just take a look at this stuff. We have not good. Rewards like 20 chaos. Not good. Leer cast, not good. Val orbs. I might just take the Val orbs. Actually, I'll just take all these little chests. And run, 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 run. That was it for this whole heist, I think. Alright. I think Travik's also, it appears that he's moved on to D4. I don't know if he'll be coming back for the league or not. Let me just pull up this and go back to YouTube. And we'll go... Have I really not followed him? No way. Travik. There's no way I haven't followed him. But, right here, the way we farm essences. We'll just grab that. Control-C.
They want to talk about...
Yeah, he wants to talk about essences. Yeah, for sure. There's a good one for you. And that, he is absolutely right about that farm. I was actually, I was considering making a video on it, and obviously he beat me to the punch, but that's fine. I don't quite want to get into making videos again. For now, I just like doing the 2-hour streams, and that's easy enough. Complicated enough for me too, just to, you know, do it every day and keep constant with it. But eventually I might get into the video creation again, but that is definitely something to look into for essences. You can absolutely make a ton of currency doing that, and it's not too hard, especially in tier 6 maps. Ooh. Spur. 1 min plus. Balance of Terror, that's coming from my Sanctum farms. Ooh, he wants it. Wants it bad. Okay, we have a Bad Thieves Trinket, a Slaughter Knife, Primordial Staff, Solarine Bow, which I have a few, 86 of those now. Not worth, not worth, not worth. Instead, we're gonna go up here into this Fragments, because Fragments mean Scarabs. We like Scarabs. Unfortunately, nothing good. And we like small chests. Maybe we hit a Chaos Orb conversion. Nope. This guy really wants to lock this Balance of Terror down. It is a... Ooh, it's a nice one. This is random element if you cast Ellie Weakness in the past 10 seconds. It's a good one. It's a good one. Oh my god, time is flying. So, gonna start winding down, I guess. I got 10 minutes left in the stream here. So we'll get talking about what's going on for tomorrow. So tomorrow, Thursday, is the end of the week for me because it's Canadian Thanksgiving. So, Thursday, so I won't be streaming Friday. So Thursday we will do the gambling stream. Gonna do, I don't know if I should do those stack decks or not. I'll make that decision on the fly, depending on who's watching and all that stuff. But definitely gonna get into some crafting. Definitely gonna get into like gamble crafting, like trying to get those good synthesized implicits on my sword for the Strength Stacker. Have like close to 500 ancient orbs to use on belts. Definitely gonna do that. We're gonna do, I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff. Bunch of gambling stuff for tomorrow. Won't be heisting. Just gambling and crafting. What do we have here? Meat grinder, some gem cutters prisms, a stabilizing scepter, and infernal blade. Nothing good. Unlucky. We'll also be sending out shipments tomorrow, 1 or 2, depending on how many crops I have. So we'll have those 50 million shipments going. Hopefully we hit something good. Get all these small chests. Once we're done this grand heist, we'll just take a quick look at the stash just to say exactly what's going to be going on. But yeah, definitely some Vivid Vulture gambling, some Ancient Orb gambling, shipments. We'll do some crafting maybe for the Strength Stacker if we have time, or if we have currency left over. That'll be a big thing. Vivid Vultures are very expensive. Got it. One of those rooms, good. But yeah, I expect by the end of tomorrow's stream, I will have no currency left. I fully expect that. Probably have to get into some different farming strategies, more consistent farming strategies to build the currency up again. And we'll go from there. But still the goal at the end of the day is to get this Str Stacker going, which pretty much just to flat out buy each item is like 1 mirror per item slot. So that's why we're going to try and craft and gamble our way to it. We have Prism Weave, Clear Cast, Veil of the Night, Allopathy, Ranger Bow. Unlucky. Where's them saves at? One. Where's the other one? Probably hiding behind there. Yes. Get out of the way, stupid thing. Get that. We'll just hit some fossils on the way out here. Maybe get a good resonator. Those 4-slot resonators are pretty nice. What's going to do? Hit that. Okay, we got some rooms up there, or some chests up there we can hit. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to start another Grand Heist, so yeah, we'll just talk about gambling a little bit more. I think that was it for that. Right. Okay, so we have Valdo's puzzle boxes to open. We have some Restless Wards to corrupt. We have some stuff to double corrupt as well, like this Annihilating Light. We have some keys to open. We have some belts here to, we have 462 Ancient Orbs to hit those belts with. That is surprisingly not a big gamble. Only 16 Divines for all those Ancient Orbs. That is insane. We are 100% going to hit a Headhunter at least. So that'll be good. If we hit a Headhunter, we'll double corrupt it. And then, let's see, after that, we have a bunch of Ventur's Gamble. We have some of these Dragonfang's Flight. We will make some taming, or some, yeah, the tamings. And we will corrupt them. Let's dust this stuff. And then back to our currency tab. What else can we talk about here? Yeah, the puzzle boxes. They're not worth it. They're worth a divine. I don't expect to get anything out of there. Earlier on in the league, I bought like, I don't know, 500 of these or something like that and didn't get anything good, so maybe we will. I don't think I'm going to fracture gamble anything. Those 8 fracturing orbs are 46 divine, so I'll probably end up just selling them. The stacked decks is a big question mark because that's a lot of clicking. And 4600 stacked decks is 57 divines, so it's kind of like, kind of can make it back. Maybe, maybe not. I've definitely hit some big cards this league. Attempted to dupe them and obviously lose. So we might do that, we might not. All depending on the other gamble I'm going to do is, where is it? Tab 8. So I have this sword that I bought for 20 divs. Hey, good job, Addy. Keep going, man. So this would be a Vulture gamble just to hit that. So for this, it would be a imprint and then attempt to get that minion steal damage into like attack speed, or ideally an endurance charge, or something else, something good. I would stop on something good because this is the settle weapon. Now I'll craft the settle weapon before I craft this guy. I've already sunk over 350 divines into this guy. I've done like 120 vultures on him. Have not gotten that fire damage per 10 strength. So in an ideal world, I get that mod on this guy, and we keep going with him. I'm gonna craft the settle weapon first, though, with settle mod. That'll be something we do tomorrow, 100%. We'll do that with the ring too. We'll vulture craft him as well. For a settle though, I don't expect to hit +1 endurance charge. If we hit it, nice. If not, it is what it is. The endurance charges are nice, but they're not entirely necessary. It's mainly this fire damage to attacks, and then obviously crafting the weapon from there. So that'll be a tomorrow thing. So that's big money going into that. If we have anything left over, I'll probably double crop some more replica Oberons as well. I expect to fail many times on that, but we'll try and get something good, try and get that endurance charge on him. And yeah. Also, the other thing we're going to be doing is... went to the wrong place. We're going to be going to King's March. I'm just going to take these shipments right now. 5, 7, and 6. So like that's what I was talking about earlier, like, you know, get 34 chaos every 30 minutes or so, just kind of doing nothing. So let's see. What do we have for crops? We have 46 mil in just crops. So we'll do one shipment. We'll do all our dust, and we'll do... This is like the worst crop out of all of them, so we'll just like put him way down there. Pretty sure this is actually asking for wheat, but not that much. 41k. So as long as we have 40k wheat in the shipment, then we're going to do that. Something like that for tomorrow. Hopefully we get back some good mirror shards out of it. We've been so unlucky so far. Hopefully we see over 2. With my luck, it'll just be 1, unfortunately, but we're going to try. And that's a weekly thing. 87k, that's pretty nice. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'm going to do some more heisting off stream today. I have a lot of contracts, or wings, I should say, to do. So I'm just going to end up doing it off stream, you know, like I have 26, 38, 42, 53. These are all ready to go. 53 at least 3 wings each, so, you know, 50, at least 150 more wings I'm going to try and get done probably tonight and maybe a little bit tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see something. And then aside from that, I have lots of these that I still have to reveal, but I need to run more deception to reveal them. So definitely no shortage on contracts. Anyway, that's going to be it for the day. Thanks for stopping by. Addy, good luck with your trading. Good luck with getting your guys some more resists. And I hope the best for you for that. Look forward to hearing from you tomorrow with news of big monies being made. So I'll see you guys later.